information.
Yeah.
And setting up a platform for me to write on.
Yeah, okay.
So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for this way of life. For the fact that we are Muslims, definitely we would not have been able to guide ourselves into this way of life except Allah's mercy and wisdom that allow us to be Muslims. So therefore all praise belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the nourisher, the sustainer, the evolver and the molder and the shaper of all the worlds. Peace and blessings of Allah be upon the last and final messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his household and companions and all those who follow him until the end of time. Definitely I'm so elated, I'm very happy. I feel like I'm home anytime I come to Tamale. According to the Wikipedia and according to the sorting out of social media, including Facebook and WhatsApp, they always let me know where are my fans, where are they coming from, which part of the nation form majority of my fans. And believe me, believe it or not, majority of my listeners, majority of my fans actually come from Tamale.
Yes, and even sometimes your Facebook Live will monitor.
Absolutely.
Yes, review.
And so all over the world, people ask me, even when I was in America, what is Tamale? Who is that Tamale guys, man? They love you so much, this and that. So when I'm home in Tamale, when I come here, I feel home. And so definitely I came like 5 days ago or 6 days ago, and we've made a lot of contribution.
I saw some of your pictures flying, and then you were in the Tamale markets.
Yes, I was just taking it easy, walking around. I want to socialize and mingle and see the vibe of the community. I want to be down to earth. I want to be close to the community because they are the one that make me whatever I call myself. So I have to give it back to them. So in walking in the midst of them, really give them that kind of it kind of inject more spirit of love amongst us. That is one of the tricks that a lot of people don't seem to understand. So I like to do that, and definitely today what I have in front of me, I'm going to be it's going to be sort of like talking between us, we the Muslim, us. Let's just come home and talk about something that concerns us. And the Quran said, وَذَكِّرْ إِنَّ الذِّكْرَ تَنْفَعُ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ. Warn them, give them advice. Perchance that advice is going to be beneficial of them. A lot of times we know a lot of things that our shuyukhs have said many times on the mambar, in the masjid and all these kind of places, but sometimes we need to remind ourselves. So that's what the verse said. Remind them, O Muhammad, perchance that remindance will benefit them. And that is exactly what I'm going to be saying. And today, if you look at the Muslim community today, there is one ayah when Allah said, وَاخْتَسِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا. Hold on, all of you, to the rope of Allah and do not be divided. But somehow around the corner, that's exactly what is happening in the Muslim community. We have a lot of division. We have a lot of, each and every community, each and every group is trying to, hold on to, his area, his little clique and stuff like that. So therefore, we tend not to understand the meaning of وَاخْتَسِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا. Hold on to the rope of Allah, and do not be divided. Islam actually began from a single, point, that is Makkah and Medina, and it's on to become what it is today. The Muslims definitely are a force to reckon with in the world that we live in today. But the only thing that we lose, I think, within the mix of Islam is the holding on of the Muslim. We allow a lot of things to happen within the community, and so therefore, we give chance to the Orientalists, those who otherwise don't have Islam at heart, to get into the cracks that we create ourselves, and they're causing a lot of harm to us. And so therefore, I'm going to be looking at that segment. But first of all, I would like to go to man himself. The Creator make mention of certain information about man himself. Sometimes we run around, we are, engulfed in the whole action. We don't seem to, kick back or stay back and look at the whole scenario and see where it's going. So Allah said in one surah, Surah Al-Tariq, وَالسَّمَاءِ وَالطَّارِقِ. Allah said, I swear by the heavens that contains a lot of stars. وَالسَّمَاءِ وَالطَّارِقِ وَمَا أَدَرَاكَ مَا الطَّارِقِ. Then Allah asks a question again. What do you think about Al-Tariq? What do you even know, mankind, about the Tariq, the star that I'm talking about? Of course, we don't know anything about a star. He's Allah who created them, and He best knows what it is more than us. And so therefore, He's asking us, I swear by the sun, by the moon, by the celestial bodies. Then Allah said, what do you even know about this celestial body? وَمَا أَدَرَكَ مَا الطَّارِقِ. Then Allah said, النَّجْمُ الثَّاقِبُ. This, I'm talking about the piercing brightness of the star. Stars plays a major role in our life, but we don't seem to know. النَّجْمُ الثَّاقِبُ. Then Allah said, إِن كُلُّ نَفْسٍ لَمَّا عَلَيْهَا حَافِظٌ. There is not a single human being that walk on earth except there is a guide some angels on his left and the right, Hafiz protecting and watching his action and writing and dictating each and every move that he made. What he said, how he smiled, whatever you do is being documented. In kullu nafsin lamma alayha hafiz. Then Allah said again, فَلْيَنْظُرُ الْإِنسَانِ مِمَّا خُلِقَ. Let man come to himself. Don't even go around and start looking about the creation of Allah, this and that. It's too big. Allah said, come home to yourself. فَلْيَنْظُرُ الْإِنسَانُ مِمَّا خُلِقَ. Let man look at how he was created. And Allah said, خُلِقَ مِن مَاءٍ دَافِقٍ. Man was created from a dejected water. You see the fluid that comes from the private of man? That is, Allah said, that is what you are created with. In other words, look at how you are created. Man, look at how you are created. خُلِقَ مِن مَاءٍ دَافِقٍ. You are created from a dejected water. This water or the fluid, when it comes in contact with your body or your clothes, you can even pray with that clothes. Meaning the mechanism where which you are created with is absolutely unclean. خُلِقَ مِن مَاءٍ دَافِقٍ. And Allah points us where it came from. يَخْرُجُ مِن بَيْنِ الصُّلْبِ وَالتَّرَائِبِ. It came from the loin of a man and the female. Then Allah juxtaposed that, and that is how man came from. يَخْرُجُ مِن بَيْنِ الصُّلْبِ وَالتَّرَائِبِ. Then Allah said, إِنَّهُ عَلَى رَجْعٍ لَقَادِرٌ. There's going to be a time that Allah will bring you all together, let you answer whatever you did. عَلَى رَجْعٍ لَقَادِرٌ. Then Allah said, يَوْمَ تُبْرَ السَّرَائِرُ. Which day is that? The day that Allah will bring all the secret dealing that you do. You're a businessman. You bought this thing for 5 cities. Now you're going to sell it for 10 million. يَوْمَ تُبْرَ السَّرَائِرُ. مَا لَهُ مِنْ قُوَّةٍ وَلَا نَاصِرٍ. There will be no one who will get you away from Allah's punishment. In other words, whatever our action on earth is being documented, fully documented. The angels are very close. They do exactly what Allah has asked them to do. So don't you ever feel like I'm just walking alone, I'm by myself. Allah said there is Hafiz. He set up some people, some creation, that is the angels, watching you, taking notes, dictating each and everything. Right now you could take note of everything. If you can document an information that in the next 1 year, 2 years, you will bring it out and read it out, or take some video and bring it out, within 50 years, you're going to play it, and those in the video would be like as if they've just been taking the video. If you could do that and document it, why do you think Allah cannot document everything? The day you were born to the day that you leave this earth, Allah have documented everything. So Allah said, يَوْمَ تُبْرَ السَّرَائِرُ. That was the day that Allah will bring all the secret dealings that you've done. All your secret dealings. Allah will bring it out. مَا لَهُ مِنْ قُوَّةٍ وَلَا نَاصِرٍ. And there is no one who is strong. Like I have connection here. I know the businessman. I know this politician. I know this president. I'm going to talk to him. He's going to make it easy for me. But that day Allah said there is no one that's going to help you, from this predicament that you find yourself. So as we walk on earth, we should walk on earth humbly. We are going to be terminated one day. We're not going to live forever. Where's your grandmother? Where's your grandfather? Where's your brother? Where's your mom? Where's your aunt? They're gone and they're not coming back. It's a one-way ticket, brother, sister. It's a one-way ticket. The way you came in this world one way, you going out one way too. Eventually, it's going to come. The reason why you and I are still alive is the fact that our time is not yet up. But those that came and left, the messenger said, Al-Mawtu Akbarul Wise. Death should be the highest or the biggest, wise, how do you put it? I mean, advice or something that, propagation, that's something that need to be understand. Let death be the one. So if somebody pass away and we go to the beer, we sit down and we, we just coming from the grave, we sit down, we make Fatiha, we make dua and everything. Actually, it is not for him, it is for us. It is a reminder for us. So this world, eventually, we're going to leave this world. There's nothing that is permanent in this dunya. Since Adam left the earth, Noah, he lived in this dunya 950 years. Eventually, he left. Moses, all of them are gone. You and me, we're not going to stay forever. So therefore, whatever we do, we should be careful of what we do. We should. So the Quran said, "Ya ayyuhallazina amanu taqullaha wa litanzuru nafsun ma qaddamat ligadin." Oh, you who believe, put something for the morrow. It's like you're saving an account. Taqullah, fear Allah. وَلِتَنْظُرُ النَّفْسُ الْمَا قَدَّمَتْ لِغَدٍ, and put something for you in the future, for your soul. Sort of like, you know, at a count. The day of Qiyamah is going to be good for you. So we should not be submerged in this dunya thinking that we're not going to die. We're going to leave this world eventually, and so we have to, you know, get ready. Like when you're traveling back to, when you're traveling to United States, to Germany, to France, anywhere you travel, the first thing you do, get your passport, get your visa, get your inoculation, and get some money in your pocket, and this like that. So the same thing, Allah is telling us to get ready with all this thing. Eventually we will come closer to Him. Each and every day that passes away, we're getting very close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And whatever we did, Allah said, وَنُكْرِجَهُ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ يَلْقَاهُ مَنْشُورًا اقْرَأْ كِتَابَكَ كَفَى بِنَفْسِكَ يَوْمَ عَلَيْكَ حَسِيبًا. On that day, whatever you do in the Yawm al-Qiyamah, Allah said, all your deeds will be hung on your neck. Allah said, Ikra kitabaka, read your own book. Kafa bi nafsika yawma alayka hasiba. Today, you are the ultimate witness for the life that you live on earth. So, ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, taqullaha wa qulu qawlan sadida. Fear Allah as much as you can and say right word. Qawlan sadida. So, whatever you say to your brother, make sure, is it going to make him happy or is it going to make him sad? Is he going to smile or he's going to cry? Is he going to dance or he's going to be mute? Qawlan sadida. The thing that if somebody says the same to you, you're not going to feel happy, make sure you say that. So, qawlan sadida. Taqullaha wa litanzuru an-nafs ma qaddamat, fear Allah for the day, and waqulu qawlan sadida. Speak right. Speak correct stuff. Say good thing, because whatever you say is being written, and the angels, that's all they know. The angel, la ya'asuna Allah ma amarahu wa yaf'aluna ma yu'marun. They don't do exactly contrary to what Allah asked them to do. They do exactly what Allah, you know, asked them to do, and they don't think, they don't make no mistake. So, wala tamshi fil ardi marahan, O mankind, do not walk on earth with insolence, just because you are a king, just because you are a minister, just because you are a president, just because you are a community leader, whoever you are, it is Allah in His wisdom who placed you on that position. And know that the people, the grassroots, the common people, they are the ones that put their stake on you. They elected you. They gave you that mandate to be a leader for them. But today, what is happening today? What is happening today? The leaders are supposed to look out for the led. They're supposed to take care of those who voted them in power. But it looks like the opposite. And that is a terrible situation. So sometimes I see people go to some politician or some very rich man and they beg him to kind of help me. Why would you beg him? It is your wealth. He's supposed to use it for you. If he don't use it on you, wait till the day Yawma Tubur Sarail, he's going to make an account for it. You don't have to beg him. It is your wealth. You put him there to take care of you. But yet, look at him. He's riding an aeroplane. He's riding a big car. And he's this and that. Whatever you ask him to do, he don't even do it. There's no time for him to do it. But when it's time for the voting, he's the first person that comes along in the community. We love you. Assalamu alaikum. MashaAllah. He even quote few hadiths. So you will trust him as a brother man. Once you get to that position, you don't see him no more until the following year. When it's time for voting again, you see them coming to town with few dollars in their pocket or whatever cedis in their pocket, and they begin to hand it out to the people struggling. So Allah said, يَوْمَ تُبْرَ السَّرَائِلُ فَمَا لَهُ مِنْ قُوَّةٍ وَلَا نَاصِرٍ. That day, there will be no one stronger that will get you away from the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we should be very careful for that day. يَوْمَ لَا يَنْفَعُ مَالٌ وَلَا بَنُونَ. That day, your richness will not save you. يَوْمَ لَا يَنْفَعُ مَالٌ وَلَا بَنُونَ. Whatever you amass in this dunya, you build a house, yeah. You have an aeroplane, yes. You have this and that. Allah said, لَا يَنْفَعُ مَالٌ وَلَا بَنُونَ. That day, your children, Allah said, they won't even benefit you. Oh yeah, I have my two children. One of them go to UDS. One of them go to University of Cape Coast. The other one is this and that. Matter of fact, my daughter just graduated from the Nursing Institute. You boasting. Allah said, La yanfa'u ma'alun wa la banuna. Your children and your wealth will not benefit you. But Imam Qardawi, he said, it will benefit you if before you are terminated, you've done something good with it. So if Allah give you wealth, wallahi, He's giving you Jannah. Don't let them beg you. You know where the poor people are. Go in the darkness of the day, of the night. Don't let them even see you. Go there, Hajia Mariam, here, give her something. You know this family is suffering. Get them some sack of rice, sack of this and that. The angels clap for you if you do stuff like that. Instead of you waiting for them to come and beg you. No, you go look out for them. It is the wealth of the community. Allah chooses you. He gave you. Not because He loves you more than anybody else, or not because you're too smart enough so you get all this thing. It is out of Allah's wisdom and mercy. He gave it to you so that you take care of the community. Just like Allah, He is a Razak. He gave it to anybody. So this is something that we don't even look at. We are submerged, working ourselves in the system. We don't even step back away and look at what is going on. So Allah said, your wealth will not benefit you, except you do something good with it. You get sadaqat al-jariyah, perpetual, benefit once you go. You've built a masjid, you've made a well so people will get some water, or you've educated some people, or you write a book that people benefit from, or you make a CD or DVD people watch and they get, nourished in terms of spirituality. All these things are sadaqat jariyah. You establish this thing before you die is better. And if your children, what is the guarantee that the wealth that you've amassed, your children, one day they will remember you and pray over you? Do you have any guarantee that your children that you educated in the secular knowledge, forgetting the Islamic knowledge? Most of the time, that's what we do. We educate our children. Look, educate them as much as you can on both levels, especially the Islamic point of view. Educate them both. Give them both the dunya knowledge and the akhirah knowledge. They will work with it. But if you don't educate them on that aspect, once the way you die, you've gone away. Who's going to raise his hand and say, Allahumma rabbi irhamhuma kama rabbayani sagira? Oh Allah, have mercy on my parents the way they had mercy on me. You didn't teach them Islam, you didn't take them, but you take them to all the university. Once they come back home, they look different. They don't even act like they are Muslim because they feel they are superior over everything. Allah said, except the one that comes to Allah with a sound, beautiful, clear heart. If your heart is clear, your heart is sound, Allah does not look at you, okay, I'm from this king, I'm Fulani, or I'm the Ban, or I am Mamprusi, or I am Musi. Allah does not look like. He doesn't look that. Or my grandfather is a king, therefore I came from that stock, because my lineage has kinship in me. Allah doesn't look like that. Allah, He look only into your heart. The heart, that's what Allah look. Allah don't care about your wealth, about your whatever, your pedigree, your race, your tribe. No, He look at what is the content of your heart. So Imam Ghazali, in his book Ihya Ulumuddin, he said that day Allah will not ask you which community did you live, but He will ask you how did you fare with your community. Allah will not ask you how many cars do you have, but He will ask you how many people along the way you give them a ride. Allah will not ask you how many clothes you have, but He will ask you how many people have you closed along the line. How many people have you close along the line? So we have to be very careful with this dunya. The dunya is like Hollywood. Come, come, come. Once you go, it's like a mirage. You know the mirage? You see that all the time in the northern part of Ghana here, on Tamale Street, in the afternoon, like 1 o'clock. Once you're driving, along the street, you see a mirage. Sort of like a water on the street. Once you get there, there is no water. Then you see it again over there. That's a mirage. That's dunya. How's that dunya? Come. If you come here, it's come here. Or like that. Before you know, you waste your time in this dunya. We have to know that there is something that we have to do. So Allah said, لَقَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ فِي رَسُولِ اللَّهِ أُسْوَةٌ حَسَنَةٌ. Indeed, in the person of Messenger Muhammad, a beautiful pattern of conduct that if you inculcate in your life, you will live like angels on the face of the earth. فَبِمَا رَحْمَةٍ مِّنَ اللَّهِ لِنْتَ لَهُمْ. Because of the mercy of Allah put in Muhammad, that's why Muhammad is behaving the way he's behaving, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then Allah warned him, وَلَوْ كُنْتَ فَزًّا غَلِيظَ الْقَلْبِ, O Muhammad. Had it been you were harsh to the people around you, you showing off and pomposing around them, لَنْ فَضْلُوا مِنْ حَوْلِكَ. The Sahaba will run away from you. Therefore, فَأَفُ عَنْهُمْ. Overlook their shortcoming. وَاسْتَغْفِرُ لَهُمْ. Seek Allah's forgiveness from them. وَشَاوِرْهُمْ فِي الْأَمْرِ. Let them be part and parcel of whatever is happening in the community. Ask them for the advice. I can give you the advice, but no. Let them feel like they are part of it. Don't do it alone. I can give it to you, but I want them to be part of it too. Then Allah says, once you come to conclusion as to which course you want to take, then you depend on me, then I will be your guide. So definitely this dunya, wallahi, Islam is a merciful religion. But today you see a lot of atrocities being committed by Muslims. So I say, if you remove the Muslims away from Islam, underneath you find pristine, pure, clean, sober Islam. The problem is us. Most of the time, we put a lot of culture in our midst. I was in Kumasi, wallahi, my brother. A sister came to me early in the morning around 7 o'clock. Wallahi, wallahi, wallahi. She know I'm in town, and she come to greet me. But when she came, she was all covered. I can't even see her face. That's not how to do niqab or hijab. No, she was covered like something is wrong. So when she said, Assalamu alaikum. I said, Wa alaikum assalam. She said, Sheikh, I've come with a problem. With a problem? What is it? Then she removed her veil. You know what I see? Her eye is bulged like this, like a ball. This part. What happened? I got so scared. What happened to you? My husband beat me up. Subhanallah. With his legs. And kicking her. With his legs. Beating her up until her face was blue. Like this. I couldn't eat that day. I couldn't eat that day. That's your wife. That is your wife whom you've taken her in the name of Allah. For, you know, وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ أَنْ خَلَقَ لَكُم مِّنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا. Among the beautiful signs of Allah is that He created you and He gave you a mate. You're the same human being, but you look different. That is the sign of Allah. وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ أَنْ خَلَقَ لَكُم مِّنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا. Then Allah said, لِتَسْكُنُوا إِلَيْهَا, so that you will live in tranquility. Then Allah said, وَجَعَلَ بَيْنَكُمُ مَوَدَّةً. I established love in between you. وَرَحَمَةً at the end. See the wisdom. وَجَعَلَ بَيْنَكُمْ مَوَدَّةً وَرَحَمَةً. I place love, because the wisdom is, if you see a beautiful woman, what do? Do you go say, Assalamu alaikum, I have mercy on you? No. I love you. She look beautiful. She got that you know, pow, 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 pow kind of look. You know what I'm saying? Like a bottleneck thing. She got everything in place. She look beautiful. So Allah said, وَجَعَلَ بَيْنَكُمْ مَوَدَّةً. I'm the one that put love in between your heart, so you will love yourself. So once she begin to have kids, 2, 3, 4, 5, half a dozen kids, she begin to lose the beauty. The face is sagging, the upper body is falling, and her body and her stomach is like bulges, like a 2, 3 double stomach, and then her walk changes, a little fat, that kind of stuff. You say, man, don't go punishing her. She's having your baby. That is when Allah said, وَجَعَلَ بَيْنَكُم مَوَدَّةً وَرَحْمَةً. That is when the rahmah and the mercy have to come in. Think of the time that you met her. That's mawadda. You love her. Wa rahama. Now you have to establish rahama. Do not beat her. Why would you beat your woman? The messenger said, the best amongst you is he who takes care of his wife, and I am the best amongst you all, because I take care of my wives. Don't be like a man when you enter the house, the goats and hyena and cats, everybody's running away. Your children, they hear, Papa, daddy's home. Man, daddy's home, man. Let's go, let's get out of here. They hide, man, because you're terrible. You're terrible. You terrorize the whole house. You don't even speak. Yeah, what's my food? That's all you know how to say. What's my food? Hurry up. I'm hungry. Bring the food you eat. You complain this and that. You forgot. You sit here and watch TV. She's watching TV. She got your kids. 5 kids, man. That's much deeper. She's managing human beings. Taking care of them. Nourishing them. Giving them etiquette. These are your kids. They bear your name. And you're talking about she don't work? The kind of work that she do, can you do half of it? She bring them from her womb. She brought them down. You know, she take care of your household. Take care of your children. And take good care of you also. Cook for you. And now you're going to beat her up. You're going to call her names. You're going to call her, good for nothing woman. No, she's not. She is the best woman. Women, in Islam, we respect a lot of women. But in the community today, we beat up the women. We use and abuse and discard them. And then we make talak, 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 I divorce you. Is that how Allah said we should do? No. وَجَعَلَ بَيْنَهُمْ مَوَدَّةً وَرَحْمَةً. Allah placed the love in between you. At the end, He put the rahmah. That is toward the end of your life. You see little changes. That's when you apply rahmah. Then Allah said, إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ لَآيَاتٍ لِقَوْمٍ يَتَفَكَّرُونَ. But all these things are ayat, are sign, are wisdom, are knowledge, are revelation for those يَتَفَكَّرُونَ, those who think deep. Those who think deep. We beat them up. Women are very precious in our life. We don't even say I love you anymore. You come home, what? She asks you a question, she give you good advice you don't even want to take. We don't say I love you. Once in a while, say I love you to your wife. man, Sister Maryam, Allahu Akbar, you look so beautiful. I thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Of all the men in this dunya, He selected me and gave you to me to be, you know, your husband. MashaAllah, barakallah. You know how she gonna do? Stop playing, are you sure? That's all they want, man. Women, they're like cats. They go around your legs and this and that. They need respect. They need protection. And they need for you to feed them, take care of them, clothe them. And that's all they need. They trust you. They will be around you. There will not be any problem that we complain about women in the household if we do what we're supposed to do. We don't do that. And so if somebody come along and say, oh, Mrs. Muhammad, you look so beautiful. You say, man, who's saying my wife look beautiful? Who's talking about, man? She's my wife. You got no right to say, yeah, it's your job to say that, and you don't say that. If you say, I love you, I respect you, this and that, and if even President Obama or whoever president comes along and say, man, you look beautiful, she's not going to take it so serious because you've been telling her all the time that you love her. So if anyone tells her he loves her, she wouldn't see it as nothing. But we don't even do that. And I'm telling them, once in a while when you go outside, buy a chocolate, buy a candy, take her out sometime to a restaurant, let them sit down, enjoy yourself. That is when you are injecting new spirit in your marriage. You're revitalizing and energizing your marriage instead of doing the same. That's why the white people, they realize that kind of tension that takes place in the matrimonial home. So once in a while, they just go for a vacation. Let's just get away. I'm not saying go for vacation. I know we don't have money. Okay, I understand. But once in a while, take a walk with her. Let her feel like she's a queen. Let her feel the vibe that she's a queen. And the women too, you got to be very careful. You know that your husband is going to come home around 8 o'clock. And you leave yourself like that. You don't take no shower. The same clothes that you go to the market, the same clothes that you go to the kitchen, and the husband is going to come back home and he's going to see you in that same clothes. How do you think he's going to value you? You know what time he's coming home. Take care of yourself. Get that spray, spread it around. You have the lipstick, put it on, man. There's a clothes in America, they call it Victoria's Secret. I don't know what secret, but they got Victoria's Secret. Buy those clothes. I was there one day, wallahi. I was there in Victoria's Secret shop one day. I saw some drawers for women, but it's just like it's torn. Is it torn or not torn? I don't even know how they wear that. But that's the trend. So my friend said, man, buy it to your missus. I said, man, this is rag. It cost like $200, man, rag. So I bought one. I gave it to my wife. I didn't give it to her. I went to the bed. She was in the bathroom and I put it on the bed and this and that. She said, when I came, she said, what is that? I said, man, you know what I'm talking about. Put it on, man. She put it on. I was jumping. I was doing break dancing that day, man. She got it on and slow, beautiful. The same thing that you go and see outside, she could do the same thing. She could do the same thing. They look more beautiful, more pure than the other women that you look. They don't take no shower very well. They pee, they don't clean themselves. Our women are beautiful, they clean themselves. So women learn to do all this kind of thing. Your man will never go outside and look outside. Never would he. And you, the man, also, anytime she bring you the food, even though it's not, you don't like it so much, what you got to do, even if it doesn't taste right, just swallow it down. It tastes good, Just act like it tastes good. You know the time that she put on in the kitchen, she got all this time that she put in the kitchen. The kitchen is like a laboratory. She put fish, tomato, onion, this and that. She spent all this time trying to, even if she made a mistake, don't go, man, it's just too much salt, too much this. We have to get away from all this kind of stuff. We have to appreciate what they do. We're going to be living, eventually there's going to be no time. So we have to live, with compassion, with love and everything. That's what the messenger did. The messenger used to help Aisha, used to help Hafsa, used to help Sauda, used to help Khadija and all the wives. He'd come to the kitchen, oh man, you look so tired. Aisha, can I help you? So, Ya Rasulullah, leave me, I will do it. No, Aisha, let me grind it. He started grinding. She said, Ya Rasulullah. She said, Aisha, every day she renewed her vow to him. She said, Ashhadu Allah ilaha illallah wa ashhadu annaka Rasulullah. Indeed, Allah have said, لَقَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ فِي رَسُولِ اللَّهِ أُسْوَةٌ حَسَنَةٌ. In your life, Ya Rasulullah, we have the best pattern of conduct. We don't do. Now, if you come, how we live today, my mom's next door, my dad is next door, my sister is over here. And if I buy a new wrapper to my wife, or if I hold her and say, Inna lillahi, she took him to Somalia. Now he's holding her, he's making him, oh, subhanallah, my son, oh. Now they try to divide the marriage. What do you want her to do? See her and say, man, can I beat her up? No, that's the love. She's your wife. Allow them to blossom. When you marry to my grandfather or whatever, nobody bother you. Allow us to grow. Let us learn from our mistakes. Don't put your matter, this and that, cat mousing. No, we don't do that. We don't do that.
Oh, Sheikh, let me just jump in here.
Inshallah.
Draw your attention. Well, let me have a few minutes to wrap up. In a bit of 15 to 20 minutes to wrap up.
Right.
So I would like to announce our full line so that listeners who understood what exactly you'll be able to put across today will can phone in and then put through one or two questions to you.